2023 League Cups game has concluded, and in the end, it's Inter Miami winning it 2-1 over Cruz Azul, a Mexican Liga MX team. And oh my God, it's like watching a movie, something that's meant to be happen at the very end. So, wow. I'm still in shock, even after a half hour watch of this game ending. I uploaded a short earlier today of my reaction, and this time it's actual reaction of what happened, and basically it's what I'm about to tell you at the very end of this video. I can't help but to touch this. It's pride. It is pride right now. So last month, when the place I was at was going through an orange type of sky, Messi made a decision to join Inter Miami. This past week, he had officially signed with Inter Miami, along with Busquets, who came in and joined Messi as well. So that is a amazing team effort there to former and still teammates from FC Barcelona coming to join Inter Miami, America's now top MLS team in the country. So we start off with a loud roar of Inter Miami fans. Cruz Azul versus Inter Miami in Dry Pink Stadium, 20,000 sold out. The average ticket cost in that game is $440, and that's more than an average sale and the highest price of the Stanley Cup final. That's saying a lot, meaning this game is a lot more expensive than a Stanley Cup final and the NBA final game. It's crazy, isn't it? So Messi not starting the game, and he is set to make expected to make this debut tonight anyway. So best guess and likely scenario was he was going to make his debut in the second half of not MLS, but at the game. So Inter Miami debuted second half. So it did happen. But before all that, let's talk about the game itself. So in the first half, Cruz Azul actually had a momentum going, because Cruz can really expose the back line of Inter Miami. The back line midfield is, as we know, atrocious of this season, extremely atrocious. So, and it showed right here. There were a lot of times where Cruz Azul almost made it 1-0 Cruz. They almost had it, but Drake Callender had a lot to say about it. Drake Callender is making saves very frequently in that scenario. He's had 7 saves, and majority of them happened in the first half. Now, in the second half, of course, shifted to Miami. Granted, 1 goal happened for Cruz, but that's besides the point. And the point here, Cruz was a little better team in the first half of the game of the League's Cup. So, and also Miami's defense had to pick up the pace, because Cruz Azul had that creativity. They had that creativity to make plays, passing good soccer balls, but not able to execute to make it a 1-0 lead. Now for Miami, they nearly had the chance to take the 1-0 lead. Eventually they did, but very late in the first half. I forgot. Cruz goalie was pretty good as well. I believe the goalie's name is Andres Godinho. He was pretty good in the first half as well, but then there was one little mistake happened at the end of the first half, and then there was before stoppage time happened. There was 5 minutes of it, and unfortunately, there was an injury that might be a season-ending injury, and it's and shocking. You're right. It was two injuries that happened in the season. This just makes it even worse. Ian Frey looks like a non-contact injury, noticeably screaming, crying. It did not look good. He could not put pressure on that leg, so Noah Allen had to sub in for him. Then, I think it was a little bit after, or was it before the injury happened? Cruz had a wide open lane, and the ball hit the post. No goalkeeper, no Miami player right there. The next shot went way up high, so that was very lucky for Miami. And then in the 44th minute, we finally had some attack after a while. We finally able to score a goal. It's Robert Taylor making some noise. Taylor scoring for Inter Miami. The place roared, as you would expect from the big game like that. But they had a new fireworks. I didn't see that when I was there a lot. Miami, Fort Lauderdale Sports, but Fort Lauderdale Stadium, Dry Pink Stadium, Miami metro area, making big time noise. Fireworks going up the sky from around the stadium. That looked awesome. And then halftime happens, and we get to the second half of this game, the Leagues Cup game, and next thing you know, we see Messi warming up, stretching, waving around his arms, getting some shoulders ready. And then about 15 minutes later, Messi makes his debut. I actually recorded and put it on Snapchat. I did not put it in YouTube Shorts, but I had literal goosebumps when he came out of the bench and made his debut. They were not going to disappoint fans after spending so much money, thousands of bucks, to not see Messi. You give the fans what they want, and oh my God, they got what they want in a big way. Messi comes in, and Messi is known for a playmaker and an ambitious scorer at the same time. So that's amazing. So along with Messi is Sergio Busquets, his teammate. Remember, his teammate. And then after that was Joseph Martinez coming in for Cabana. So that's cool. That's cool to see. So now the defending got better, I would say. Well, at least that one hiccup. But the playmaking still has a little bit of an issue. And while I did say the defending is a little bit better, the midfield is not better. Because there were times where the midfield got caught off guard. And then Cruz was able to slip them away. Because in the 65th minute, they put one in the back of the net. It's Uriel Antuna scoring an equalizer for Cruz. And the crowd was silent in this one. Not all of them. There's a quarter of fans there who root for Cruz, making some noise. In fact, I think one of them flared up their own color. But Messi's reaction, as well as my reaction, people were stunned. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. But we didn't give up. We stayed silent. Yeah. So we all eyes were on Messi to try to get this goal, a go-ahead goal, which eventually did happen. But my God, Miami shifted momentum towards Miami. There were a lot of chances had been made, including the one offside that goal was disallowed, where Messi gave the ball to Joseph Martinez and put the ball to the back of the net. That was called offside. That could have been nice to see, but but we wouldn't see this history if it was for the offside call. Well, I'll get to the point in a little bit. Then there was a few situations. Referee were making some pretty questionable decisions, including the one where Messi was in the penalty box, got bumped, and it looked like he was fouled. It looked like he was fouled on the turf, down the grounds. He was trying to get the ball up towards the goal. They were trying to make a play. It looked like the Cruz player denied his scored opportunity. By rule, that's a penalty. Not only it's a penalty because it happened in the box, but that should have been a red card. Referee says nope. Let the play go on. Oh my gosh, I was a little bit ticked off that the call was not made, because that clearly looked, to me at least, that looked like denial score opportunity. But boy, we would have been even more pissed off if Cruz scored a go-ahead goal for them. But Drake Callender was able to make that clutch save to keep the game going, and almost a chance too for the other side. Then eventually they get the stoppage time. Now I was watching the Spanish version of the game, so there was no stoppage clock thing. I'm surprised, but Apple TV said there was 2 minutes left of stoppage, but the game continued on anyway. And there was one final chance, one final press for Inter Miami. Messi got fouled. It's a free kick set piece, and this is where the big moment of sports came in. Messi, free kick, kicks it. The ball went to the back of the net, and that goal erupted a volcano in that stadium. That place was loud. I was screaming yes. The whole world got to see Messi scoring a first goal for Inter Miami, first goal for his team, and ultimately won the game. Scores his first MLS goal in his debut, and it was a game winner. And the whole world got to see it. That goal pretty much broke the internet. It pretty much broke the internet, and I'm extremely happy as an Inter Miami fan myself. I'm really happy to get to see that in life. We always fantasize about big things like that, but it happened. It became reality. Lionel Messi scoring a free kick goal, a game-winning goal in his debut, in his Miami debut in the League's Cup. That was awesome. Inter Miami has a really bad season, but this makes this a little bit more enjoyable. Screw that, a lot more enjoyable to watch, and a lot more. Can't be more prouder to be an Inter Miami fan. Yes, Inter Miami had some really tough times, and it's same for the Marlins too. But you know that this moment we will remember forever. This might be one of the top 10 plays for Miami sports this year. This has been a good year for Miami sports, and this adds up to the great moments of this year. And I look forward to watching this team again on, next game is June 25th, so Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. By the way, next game is against Atlanta United, and we'll see what happens. We got 3 points, and let's see what happens on Tuesday. So, that's going to do it for this video, folks. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has it back, and when he does, he'll be right there with the fair entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Signing out, folks. Adios.